Hello, everyone. It's Tea Time Tuesday. I actually am doing a cold tea today, um, and I'm just wanting to share this video. With my Find Fabulous Love women, and so this you're going to have to be patient with me for a moment because this is the first time I'm actually doing this, where you have to go to your phone. Facebook will figure this out really soon, where you can share it to a page. So I'm sharing it now as I see myself on this. That's kind of funny. All right, let's see. I'm sharing it to a group. Okay, this is going well. I see all my friends and colleagues doing this, and it's just kind of funny because we're like starting our Facebook Live, and we we're looking down at our phones. So I believe that it's in my group. I hope it is. So that wasn't actually so hard. So hello, how are you? How are you doing? And welcome. So as I hold on, you haven't finished your post yet. Do you know I don't want to leave? Stay on this page. People want to be here. So if you're watching the replay, if you can, in the comment box, write replay so I know that you popped in. It's good to know who's here. And hey, Heidi, good to see you. And I know that it's taking some time for Facebook to populate people, to let people know that I'm live. So I have my tea. Actually, it's a blend of herbs to help me with my bones and my energy. I'm going to take a sip. And today's topic is a big topic for women, and for men too, of course, because there are some guys here that are watching, not necessarily in my Find Fabulous Love group, but because that's for just women. And I'm on my Coach Junie Moon page, which is a mixture. So whatever gender you are, may this message be helpful and supportive to you in some way. Trust is a big deal. I hear this often with my clients, that they have lost trust in people, or they've lost trust that things are going to work for them, or they've lost trust in themselves. And so trust is kind of a big topic, and there's just so much that we can explore today in this, but I wanted to at least spend a few minutes talking about my perception of what trust is, or lack thereof, what happened, and what we can do about it. And as I'm sharing, feel free to comment in the comment box. I'll look at them, and if I don't respond live, I will respond after, even for the next few days. So please feel free to ask questions or share any of your experiences. So how I see trust. We don't trust when we've been hurt. It's kind of a no-brainer, right? How can we trust that something is going to be okay if we've had proof, or have experienced something other than safety? If we've been thrown off, or betrayed, or left, or blindsided, or maybe someone just lied to us, or anything that's happened in our life, we then have this experience that has shaped us, an experience that has shaped you, that has you on high alert. And as some of you know, that in shadow work, we call that your risk manager, being on high alert. The part of you that is watching out to make sure that you don't fall in the same hole and break more bones this time. We've all had our hearts stomped on in some way. And maybe it's been a big betrayal, or maybe it's been a long-term relationship that just doesn't seem to fit anymore, or maybe it never did, and we sometimes have lost faith or trust in ourselves to move on or make a decision. So this is a big topic, but at the end of the day, it really is, in my opinion, one main reason why we don't trust, and that is we got hurt. We got hurt. So if you made a decision in some way, and I tend to talk about love, so let's just talk about relationships. Let's just say you chose to be in a relationship and you thought this was the one, and you thought it was going well, and you thought it was the kind of relationship that was a fit, and then something happened where maybe they cheated on you, or maybe they left you, or maybe it just became mundane and it was the same old, and you found yourself dating the same person again. I hear that a lot with my clients. It's like, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to date the same person. They look differently, but soon out the gate, they're like, oh my God, this is the exact same person. Why do I keep attracting people like this? Recently, I heard someone say, I'm always attracting really addictive personalities. I had someone else recently say, I always attract these really needy people. So why are we attracting these people? That's another whole topic. So we attract these people. We say, we're never going to do it again. We're never going to be in the same relationship again like that one. And then we find ourselves falling in the same hole, being in the similar situation, and we start to doubt ourselves. That's what's happening to you. You start to doubt yourself. You stop trusting your instincts, trusting that you know something, that you know better. And that piece, when we stop trusting ourselves, we get stuck. We start to doubt that we know what we're doing. We start to get scared that if we actually try something else, that we're going to get hurt. And so that risk manager starts to send us messages inside our head that says, oh, you're not really ready for a relationship. Or, you know what, you really need to lose 10 more pounds. You're too fat. Or, whatever it is, your risk manager is going to send you signals. Sometimes it sends you doubts and criticism. Sometimes it's going to send you physical challenges and illnesses. It's going to give you behaviors that keep you from the very thing you want, like a healthy relationship, a juicy love. And why is it doing that? Because you are not trusting yourself anymore. That instinct, that beautiful life force that we have, especially us women, we have that instinct. It's amazing that we sometimes forget to listen to it, that gut response. Like if we really listen to that gut response, so much would change for us. So if we have this gut instinct and yet we're not trusting ourselves, what do we do about that? Because that's what we need to know. So I'm talking right now about trusting yourself, but the same thing is trusting other people. We've had experiences with other people and we've gotten hurt. And so one of the things one of my mentors years ago told me, and I always remember this because it was such a big aha moment for me, which is, it's not about trusting other people. It's about trusting yourself. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the other people are like, what the other people are bringing. If you can truly trust yourself to have healthy boundaries, that you're going to speak up when you need to speak up, that you're going to take care of yourself. You're not going to allow yourself to be stomped on. You're going to be really clear about what your needs are. You're not going to just abandon yourself. When you can truly trust that you have got your back, then it doesn't matter really about trusting them. And of course, you want to trust them, but it starts with you. It starts with you and your choices. If you have any questions, I don't know who's still here, feel free to comment. If this resonates, give me a thumbs up or a heart so I know that this is something of resonance with you. I was just talking to someone today about doing these Facebook Lives and how so many people don't realize, like, it's I'm behind a screen right now and I don't know what people are thinking. I don't know if thank you, Heidi. I don't know if what I'm saying is having an impact. I'm not sure if you have questions. It's like, I need to have some feedback. And somebody texted me yesterday, somebody that I don't know, that I think is in this group. And hi, Pam. I see you just joined. And out of nowhere, she just messaged me and she said, I just want to let you know that, your things are inspiring and they're thought-provoking and thank you so much. And I can't say how much that means to me because sometimes I question, I doubt myself. I'm like, am I actually making a difference in people's lives? So, hello. So your hearts, your thumbs up, your comments, your questions, it's really good to know that you're here and that this, is of a topic of interest. And I'm also really interested in what topics you're interested in me talking about. What is it that you're yearning to learn? So let's get back to the topic today. And do you all have your tea? You know, tea time. Got to have like tea time and crumpets or something, right? I love iced tea. Okay, so it can be really challenging to get our trust back because I'm just kind of sitting with this for a moment. This isn't scripted. This is like, fresh off the press. Losing trust in ourselves is really painful. It's really painful because if you can't trust your own self, how the heck are you going to trust anybody else? It's sort of like loving yourself. How can you really allow love in from somebody else if you don't love yourself? So we need to get our trust back. We need to be able to see clearly about where we're headed and what we want and know that we're going to have our own backs. And that can be setting yourself up with people around you to support you and have your back. This is about making good choices so that you don't fall in the same hole and get hurt. Because that risk manager is going to be up in arms, terrified that you're going to end up doing the exact same thing or maybe lose everything because this part of you, thank you for the hearts, love my hearts. This risk manager, this part of you, this protector wants you to be safe. And the problem with that is it's going to overshoot and years go by. Any resonance with that, of being stuck for a long time? I hear this so often, especially with women that are starting over, years and years of not dating, or years and years of half-ass dating or half-ass relationships. And I'm right there with you guys, I do what I consider conscious dating, and I was actually speaking with one of my experts that will be joining me with my Find Fabulous Love immersion program that's coming up, that she's going to be talking about conscious dating. And so much of that is being in alignment to like really knowing who you are, being grounded inside yourself, and knowing that you're not going to abandon who you are. So when you set those things up, you have better relationships and you have better dating experiences. I'm seeing someone right now, and to be able to have conscious conversation with this person, to know that I'm going to speak what I need and to not let things go underneath the carpet and not pay attention to it. Like, I reached out to him. There was something that was up for me, and so I reached out to him, and he instantly called me back. He was like, "Thank you so much for that phone call." But, and we had a conversation about this particular topic that I noticed was not working for me in this relationship, and knowing that I'm not going to abandon my truth, knowing that I'm going to speak up and say, "Hey, this isn't working for me. Can we do this differently?" Then I trust myself. So I'm curious, for those of you that are here and for those of you that are watching the replay, where might you find your biggest challenge in trusting yourself? Anybody willing to take the risk of commenting on that question? Where do you feel like you trip yourself up in the realm of dating or relationships where you're not trusting yourself anymore? So Pam is saying, yes, be true to ourselves. Yes, and I think it's a yes and with that too. Yes, we need to be true to ourselves, and we need to know ourselves. I'm always so surprised when I work with my new clients at the unfolding of them learning who they really are. There's so many layers of who we are. And at the end of the day, we're perfectly imperfect. And the more we know about our bottom line, the more we can speak to our needs, and the more we can really have conscious relationships. But the biggest relationship is the relationship with yourself. Heidi, I think the French have it right. Stay married and have lovers. And one of my other experts that are going to be part of my Find Fabulous Love group program that's starting next month, is actually going to be speaking exactly to that. Well, not exactly to the French, but about all the different types of relationships there are. Not everybody is meant to be monogamous, and not everybody is meant to be polyamorous or multi-relational. And some people like to have a little mix, and there's no perfect way for anybody. No perfect way. And I'll share with you that I have tried on a few different types of relationships, and I'm going to talk more about that on Monday. I actually have this big series, an interview series that's going to go live on Monday. I'll post it, and so be on the lookout, because Monday I'm going to be interviewing not everyone was available, but a lot of really amazing women that are experts in my Find Fabulous Love immersion group. So anyway, there's so many different relationships and what works for you. And sometimes we have to try these things on, and sometimes we lose trust in ourselves because we don't know. If you don't know, and then you make a move and you have an ouch, you're more apt to go. And if you don't make a move, you'll never know. So if there's this between a rock and a hard place kind of experience here, right? It's like we want to move forward. We want to have these juicy relationships. We want to be accepted and loved and cherished for who we are. And yet we hold ourselves back in different ways. And sometimes we try different relationships, like take on the French. Heidi, you're so adorable. So do you trust yourself? Ask yourself that right now. Do you trust yourself to make the important decisions when it comes to relationships? Do you trust that you will not allow somebody to step on your heart in a way that can harm you? Or that doesn't sound good. No one's gonna, it's not gonna be good no matter how it comes out. If someone's stepping on your heart, it hurts. Do you trust yourself that you're gonna draw a line in the sand and say no if someone's hurting you? And I'm not just talking about, verbal abuse. I'm not talking about doing behaviors that you don't like, all of that. I'm also talking about if you're having sex with someone and they're hurting you and they don't realize that, will you say, honey, we need some more lube? I mean, that's you taking care of you. And I know sometimes it's not the most wonderful timing to ask for the lube, but man, why would we continue on if we're getting hurt, right? New menopausal thing I'm experiencing. More lube. So do you trust that you're going to take care of yourself? Do you know your bottom line and what your needs are? And do you have support? Do you have a good posse of people that are in it with you, that you can call up and cry and get that support with? I mean, I've had plenty of my mini breakdowns around relationships and bumping up against this very thing. I have been where many of you are, with this stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying on new relationships. And it wasn't always easy. And there was some big growing pains. And it wasn't until I knew I could trust myself that things would be different, and my relationships got much better. So ask yourself if you trust yourself. Ask yourself if you know, like solidly, that you are going to be safe and taken care of by you and maybe some of your friends. And where are you holding yourself back? And is that a lack of trust that you're going to be okay? And I'll guarantee you it is. Because if you're stuck, you are not trusting that you're going to be okay. And there's something to be explored there. So I do want to just let you know, as I always do, if you're wanting more information about this, I offer love strategy sessions. It's called the Love Breakthrough Strategy Session. I'll put the link in the comments, and you can grab a love strategy session if you'd like, where we can dive deeper into this to really see how you're holding yourself back. Why are you holding yourself back? What is that you don't trust anymore? And how we can together get that risk manager to quiet down so that you truly can call in next level love. And this next level love doesn't have to necessarily be a new love. It could be the love that you have right now with a partner. This is about being able to speak up and take good care. Because when you can relax into that, your relationships change. Questions? Anybody Anything coming up for you guys? Anything that you want to ask about? Because you got me here. It's Tea Time Tuesday. Happy to chat with you. I'd love to chat with you. So sometimes it takes a while to populate the questions. So Monday, so let me just back up again. So Monday, I just said that. I'm on a loop. So in October, I have a group that's forming called Find Fabulous Love Immersion. It's a 6-month program for women that are really sick of being stuck and ready to have juicy love where they can be met in a way that's authentic and real. And again, it could be you're in a relationship and you want to bring it to the next level, or you're looking for someone else. At the end of the day, love is love, and it's about self-love and juicy love, self-acceptance, and all those things. And what I've done is I've created this program where I also bring in other experts in addition to me and the transformational work that I do to help lower the volume of the inner critic and help you feel empowered and strong. I invited a bunch of other colleagues that I think are doing amazing work that are different than me. So I'll be interviewing them on Monday, the 17th. So keep an eye out. I'm not seeing any questions. Anybody want to ask a question or do a share? So my biggest want for you is to have next level love, to have love where you can relax inside yourself, be comfortable in your own skin, speak up when you need to speak up, be able to be vulnerable and share from that place of vulnerability without being scared that you're going to get hurt, to know that you can open up your heart and be seen and held and cherished. That's next level love. And that's something I've discovered over the last 10 years, and that's what I want for you. It's precious when you can have that with yourself and others. And so keep an eye out for the Monday Marathon interview series that's coming up next Monday. And if you're interested in connecting with me with a love breakthrough session, please reach out and we can jump on a phone call, and for 30 minutes we could dive in and see why you're holding yourself back. Any questions? Any last minute anything? So if this was of value to you, give me a thumbs up and hearts. If you got value and you think you have a sister out there that would benefit from this message, or guys, because I know some of you are on the Coach Junie Moon page, please share this with them. And for those of you that are not part of the Find Fabulous Love After 50, thank you. The Find Fabulous Love After 50 group on Facebook. We do special things in that group that are only in that group. It's a sacred container of women. We're all on the journey together to next level love. And if you want to be part of that and you fit the Find Fabulous Love After 50, whether you're partnered or not, please join us there. I would love to have you there. And there's special bonus videos there and trainings there. And I'm just thrilled to be live with you today. I hope you got something out of the trusting. I invite you to really look at your life. Look at where you're holding yourself back, even if it's not about love. Do you trust that you're going to be okay? Do you trust that you can make a move, whether it's in business or personal life or even in your health? Do you trust yourself? Because if you don't, then there's some major resistance inside of you, and it's time to change. It's time to take a stand for yourself, stand in the fire, and make a move. And I'm so committed to helping you make a move, and I'm here for you, so reach out if you need me. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for being with me, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Have a great rest of your week, and see you next Tuesday for Tea Time Tuesday. Ciao.